Hi everyone and welcome. This is Lori of More Art from the Heart, here with some exciting news to share with you. I've been asked by Laura to join the design team of our Creative Corner. This is really exciting for me, a real honor for me to be on this team of amazing artists. Wait till you see what these ladies will do. They inspire so much of what I enjoy in the way of art and scrapbooking, and so I hope that you're going to be able to come over and join us in the challenges and come see what they all do. The diversity on this team is fantastic. The types of styles that they do are unique to each individual person that is on the team, which makes it really nice and exciting to be able to get lots of different perspectives to what people interpret with the challenges that are out there and the products and all the wonderful things that there are available to scrapbookers nowadays. So I encourage you to please come over and check out. There will be a link down below, and the link will go across the screen as well. So I hope that you're able to come over and join in these challenges, if nothing else, just come and get inspiration. These ladies will inspire you to really think out of the box with their own styles and own creative ability to interpret some of the challenges. You're really going to like it. I'm super thrilled. I really feel this is a really good fit for me because I'm encouraged to do the style that I enjoy and what I like to add to the team. And so I just can't tell you how excited I am to get to be on this team with these ladies. In my introduction piece, you will see this truck, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I put this together. In some of the next videos, I'll show you some of the processes that I went through to achieve some of the looks that you see here. In the beginning of the video, you saw the transformation that this truck and the M that's in the back went through. That gives you an idea of the process that I used to create this. Now this is for a home decor piece for my own home. Years ago I did some genealogy and put together some books on the different sides of the family of my husband's and myself, and ended up collecting a really large collection of photos of everyone way back in the day. So I've got a lot of vintage photos throughout displays in my house and living room, along with a lot of antique cameras that I collected to add on the shelves with these pictures. So that was really fun, and of course I like to be able to create things to go with that same look when I do something for myself. And so this truck right here is kind of a good example of what I wanted to place in my own home to go with the photos and the memories that my home has of all the family that has passed on years ago. So I really love vintage style. I think that's the passion that I like the most, is anything that's vintage looking. I really love being able to rust anything that's not already rusty, and of course I really love finding anything that is already rusty to add to my collection. And so that's why I've done this to this truck here. So I'm going to go through and talk to you about what I did so you can get a little bit better look. This M was purchased, both the truck and the M were purchased at Hobby Lobby. This was just a metal tin when I got it, and I went through and move that so you can see it just a little bit better. I went through and used my alcohol inks to give it some color and style. The same with the metal flowers here, and the metal bee and the metal key. They're all just in different shades of the alcohol inks that I have in brown tones. And to make it stand up, because it's meant to actually hang I've got the little hangers right here. I took an old vintage baby spoon that I had and also alcohol inked it and bent it so I could use it as a stand so that it would stand. And here you've got your paper leaves that have been chalk inked around the edge in brown to kind of go with the same arrangement. So I could actually set this separately on a shelf if I wanted to, or I could keep it in the back of the truck. I'm actually thinking about doing that, putting it on the shelf of the more wall that we have of pictures, and actually standing a vintage photo up in the back of the truck. So there you go. So you can see on here, hopefully, that these are all a collage of little tiny vintage photos that I've placed in and around the truck. Let me show you the other side. I think you could see them a little bit better. Kind of did it like you would do a panel truck where you have just those areas covered in the little photos. And I got that from the Tim Holtz Ideology Pack French Industrial. There's a little group of pictures in there. And I cut that out like this, and then I scanned it and put it printed out more copies of it because there was just the one in the paper pack and I wasn't sure that I wouldn't need more, so I actually scanned it and cut those out so I had plenty of those little tiny photos so that you can get a real good look at that. Let me see if I can zoom in and get a little bit better look. So I just gave it just kind of a little collage look, cut them each apart, inked the edges of them, and then I put them on with Mod Podge, and I actually used crackle sealer over the top of all of them. And okay, so let's turn this back around here, tell you a little bit what I did. I took it at first and covered it in the black gesso. I hadn't decided whether or not I wanted the inside of the truck to remain red or the wheels on the wheel wells or whatever you call those, the hubcaps, I guess. I didn't know if I really wanted to keep those red or not. So at first I did, and you see that in the pictures, and then eventually I decided to go ahead and make them brown as well. So we've got the black gesso over it. Then I went ahead and I put all the pictures on, got those exactly placed where I wanted those, and then went through and used my crackle paint over the entire thing. Like I said, it helps seal the pictures on there, and the crackle paint over the black gesso areas actually did what the crackle is supposed to do. It got tacky, and then I went ahead and used my just plain brown acrylic paint over the top of it, and so it crackled really nicely, and I like that look. And I thought, no, I still want it to look just a little bit rusty on the edges here and there, and to kind of soften the edges of where the pictures are also. So I carry this product in my Artfire store. It's called Rusty Paper by Viva. This is really fun. It's really thick. Let me show you here. It's really thick, really chunky, a little wet, and you spread that on and you've got instant rust look. An instant, you don't have to wait for it to do anything special or different like I did when I used the rusting powder from Dusty Attic. You had to use vinegar and wait a little while, and that rusted, and that was great look. But this is so much easier. Just dab that on. It hardens nicely. You can leave it chunky if you want areas of it to be look like really chunky old rusty places, or just smooth it out over it and get the same look. So I've got that. Let me see if I can zoom in on some of the fenders here for you to look. So I think you can see it a little bit better in on the fenders. You can just see how it's just kind of dabbed on here and there, just the way you'd see the patterns of rust on something. So, and then the arrangement you see right here, I had taken some of the flowers. I have those also in my store, and I took some of those flowers and used my Tim Holtz spray stains to create the look on the flowers and the leaves. I think I used the walnut, the vintage photo, and the antique linen, I believe, are the colors that I used on leaves and flowers that all went really nice with this. The little ladybug, zoom in again, and this metal flower were done with the alcohol ink, and so was the key there, and the little pair of scissors tucked in there. So I had this little arrangement on there. The same with what I did, like I said, for the M. Got your alcohol ink and then the little bug on there. So as you can see, there's photos in the back as well. But it was just a really fun, I think a pretty easy project to do for anyone out there that would like to try that. Just collect you up an old little toy truck of some kind and add your own special touches to it. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I sure hope that you will follow the link and come over to our Creative Corner and see what all we're doing and what we're creating and join in on all the fun. I really appreciate you stopping by again today. Thank you. Bye-bye.